Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Danny aka King Bub, and I'm your coach of the one and only Munchlaxster United. And here we are with week 1 of Pokemon Champions League, aka the PCL, and I am super pumped for this league. It's gonna be a fun league. I really just want to have fun in this league. Obviously, I'm gonna try my best to win and hopefully get a championship this season, which I have not gotten one yet. But it's gonna be really hard. There's really good battlers in this league, and Razor is a good battler. I know he's an NPL and things like that, so it's not gonna be an easy task to try to do well in this season, but we can try our best. And like I said, I'm just gonna try to have fun. I drafted a team that I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with, and hopefully can put in the work. So obviously everything has to be done by me. My team is not gonna do the work itself, so I'm gonna have to play well and things like that. So like I said, we're going up against TTM Razor Wolf. His channel stuff should be in the description. I think they're gonna make like a whole description for every video where they have all the coaches, and I'm guessing PCL YouTube channel. I'm not 100% sure, but if it's down there, make sure you guys sub to all the coaches, sub to the channel, and of course make sure you leave a like on this video, guys. It is week 1. If you're as hype as I am, make sure you drop a like for Munchlaxster United and our week 1 battle, and hopefully a good season this season. So we are going up against Razor. Like I said, his team name is the Chicago Bewears, I believe so. And I'm just going to name off the possible mons I could bring and the possible mons he can bring. So I could bring Mew, which is my Z move mon. I could bring Mega Diancie, Tangrowth, Diggersby, which is my other Z move mon, Mandibuzz, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Klefki, Drapion, and Ditto. And he could bring Tapu Bulu, Mega Lopunny, Salamence, which is his Z move mon, Volcanion, Gengar, Snorlax, Metagross, Swallow, and Sock. So what I thought he was gonna bring is pretty much what you see on the screen. The only thing I didn't think he'd bring is the Metagross. I would think he'd bring Snorlax over that. At least I know Metagross is an okay matchup because I do have Mega Diancie, and Bullet Punch completely destroys Mega Diancie, which is one of the main reasons I didn't bring it, just in case he did bring Mega Metagross for that. But I think Snorlax had a way better matchup. If you see my team is very physically weak. We do have Diggersby, but Snorlax, after like a curse, that can actually eat up a lot of hits from Diggersby, and it's gonna be very annoying to take that thing down. And I didn't have I don't think I had to. I think the Diggersby does get superpower, but I don't think I had it on there, so it was gonna be really hard to get rid of Snorlax. I did have Taunt on Mew just for that situation, but it was still gonna be a problem that I didn't really want to deal with. So when I didn't see Snorlax was in the matchup, I was pretty happy about that. That was the scariest thing in my eyes, because you may say, what, you think Snorlax is the scariest thing when he has a Mega Lopunny, a Volcanion, a Tapu Bulu, a Salamence on his team? I think my team was pretty well, could handle those mons pretty well, besides the Snorlax. The biggest threats in my eyes were Snorlax and Gengar, because I didn't have the best solutions to Gengar. I have Vaporeon, but Vaporeon is also a solution to Volcanion, so I didn't want to put too much pressure on Vaporeon, even though Volcanion can't really touch Vaporeon besides like Toxic or anything like that. So I was surprised it wasn't there, but as you see, he brought the Tapu Bulu, the Salamence, the Volcanion, the Gengar, the Mega Lopunny, and the Metagross. So I was expecting Salamence to have a Z move this week. It made sense because Tangrowth is something that can possibly wall it, but obviously I brought Klefki. So let me go over my team really fast. So I'm not gonna reveal everything, because there's certain things that were not revealed in this match that I'd rather not reveal in case we verse Razor again, or in case I use certain sets like that against other people. We don't have to do team builders. We don't have to reveal our sets, so I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. So let's go over Mew. Mew is our defensive wall this week. One of the main reasons I did pick up Mew is because I knew Mega Lopunny was allowed in this league, and Mega Lopunny is freaking scary. So I'm not gonna let Mega Lopunny just destroy my team. So one of the main reasons I picked up Mew is for that reason, to handle Mega Lopunny, and also it's just a good wall. It's just a good wall in general. It can also handle Metagross. So we brought a Rocky Helmet Mew. Physically defensive. I have I sped creep, I think a non-speed. Was it a non-speed? No, I think it was an Adamant Metagross, and also something else. I forgot what the other one was, but Adamant Metagross, so we can taunt it or anything like that, so we can stop it from setting up rocks. Because as you see, we don't bring any we didn't bring any hazard removal. I don't have defog on me or anything like that. So having taunt was a really good way to do it. And the only mon he had to set up rocks was Metagross, which is pretty crazy. And then he had no hazard removal besides Salamence, which is not the best really reliable hazard remover. So that's why we do have Klefki on the field. Sorry if I keep stopping because I still have my allergies, guys. And it's freaking hard to talk because my nose is like stuffed and I just want to sneeze and shit. And it's just really annoying. But I'm gonna try to get through this. I don't have much time this week to record this, so I'm recording this really early. We already did the match, so I might as well get it over with. So we got Mew, defensive Mew, really cool. I love Mew. Mew is freaking awesome. So hopefully Mew can put in the work. It can actually handle a good chunk of his team with like Salamence. It can handle Mega Lopunny. It can handle Metagross. It can handle Bulu to an extent, depending on what type of Bulu it is and things like that. But next we do have Tangrowth, which is our main type of Bulu. Switching. I do expect the Nature's Madness because Tangrowth can actually eat up hits from Tapu Bulu, but also, even though Tangrowth is a freaking wall, Tapu Bulu actually does a lot of damage to Tangrowth anyways, so Tapu Bulu is pretty scary. By the look of my team, I do expect some of his monsters to have Toxic, at least one mon, and Tapu Bulu could be one, definitely, or even Volcanion could be one because of Vaporeon. But that is Tangrowth. Tangrowth can also take a lot of hits from Mega Lopunny and from Metagross, so Tangrowth is actually really good against this matchup also to take on hits, but obviously we are pretty weak to Volcanion, Gengar, and Salamence with Tangrowth, so we have to be careful with that. Next, I brought a Diggersby, and Diggersby, I'm telling you guys now, I didn't really reveal much from Diggersby, so I'm not really going to talk about it, but Diggersby is just a really good mon to do a lot of damage to his team. Return does a lot to Tapu Bulu, to Mence, to everything obviously besides Gengar and Metagross, and then Earthquake does great damage to everything but Salamence and Tapu Bulu. So I do have to be careful because that grassy terrain does make my Earthquakes weaker, but that's fine because I do have coverage moves to beat Tapu Bulu and to beat Salamence anyway, so I don't really need to spam Earthquake or anything like that, so that I'm fine with that. And also the grassy terrain is actually pretty awesome because it actually gives a lot of health back to my Tangrowth, my Mew, my Vaporeon, my Klefki and things like that, which keeping these things healthy is actually pretty awesome, especially Klefki because it doesn't have reliable recovery, not like Mew, Tangrowth, and Vaporeon. So having leftovers and grassy terrain recovery is actually pretty nice. So next we have Vaporeon. The Vaporeon is here to take on Salamence. I mean, to take on Volcanion and Gengar. It can also take on a special Salamence if he brings it. I doubt it, but if he does bring it, it could also take that on. It could take on Dracos pretty nicely. And it just pretty much takes on Volcanion so easily. It actually takes a good amount of hits from what's it called? A Choice Specs Gengar or a Life Orb Gengar, which is also pretty nice. And I do have HP Ground and Ice Beam, so I can pretty much hit his whole team besides Metagross. Actually, yeah, HP Ground hits Metagross too, so I can hit his whole team pretty nicely. I don't have Scald, I have Wish Protect, HP Ground, and Ice Beam, because Ice Beam hits Salamence, it hits Tapu Bulu. HP Ground hits Gengar, hits Volcanion and Metagross, and then Ice Beam and HP Ground just neutral on Lopunny, so I don't really have to run Scald this week, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty good move set this week for Vaporeon, so I'm pretty happy about that. Next we got Klefki. Leftovers, defensive Klefki to take on Salamence. We have T-Wave, we have Spikes, we have Dazzling Gleam, and we had Magnet Rise. So I do expect them to be a Dragon Dance Salamence, even though we do have a Ditto. It's a little risky. I also brought to bring Ditto, but then I took it out and put Klefki instead because I think it would be a better help against Salamence. So that's Klefki. Klefki here just put up Spikes if it can and take on Salamence. That's really it. I could T-Wave stuff too because he has no Dark type, so I can just spam T-Wave whenever I want and hopefully not miss. So that's pretty cool, Klefki's a pretty nice mon this week. And then next we have Ampierce, the Jolteon. I used to have Mega Diancie in this spot. I took out Jolteon because, I took out Mega Diancie and put in Jolteon because I saw how much work Jolteon could do. Once again, Jolteon, I didn't really reveal much from Jolteon here, so I'm gonna not really talk about it, but Jolteon could put in a lot of work. Jolteon, the only thing he has that could stop Jolteon in its tracks with Thunderbolt and Volt Switch is Tapu Bulu. It could eat those up pretty nicely, but we do have HP Poison on Jolteon, so that's pretty awesome. And Jolteon can just outspeed everything except Mega Lopunny on his team or anything that's not Scarfed. And just put in a lot of work. So Jolteon is actually pretty cool this week. So I decided to lead off with Jolteon just in case he did wanna lead off of anything slower, so I was fine with that. So I'm gonna lead off Jolteon. He actually leads off Volcanion. I decided to not go for the Volt Switch in case he was Wakamberry or Scarf. You know, it's the first turn of the game. I don't want to lose Jolteon. Jolteon's pretty important, so I should switch into my Vaporeon, but he switches into Tapu Bulu, which is fine because I do have my switch into Tangrowth, and I believe he goes for the Toxic here, which is expectable because Tangrowth can easily come in on Tapu Bulu pretty easily. So I'm going to slow this down a little bit, but he goes for a Toxic, and I go for the Leech Seed here on his switch, but I miss, and it's kind of annoying because I would have got a little health back, but it doesn't really matter because I do have Regenerator, and now I can just switch into my Klefki, and I believe he goes for the Dragon Dance here. I do believe he goes for the Dragon Dance here. So I go into my Klefki. Easy check to the Salamence, and I have a feeling he was going to switch out, but I'm going to make the safe play and just go for Magnet Rise in case he doesn't switch out, and he just goes straight for the Earthquake. So I go for the Magnet Rise here as he goes into his Volcanion. So Volcanion comes in. I'm floating in the air, so I don't have to worry about anything. But I'm going to switch out anyways because I do not want to take on the Volcanion. I still need Klefki because it's a really good check for Salamence and things like that. It's just to T-Wave anything I want. So I go into Vaporeon. Obviously, the easy switch into this thing. He goes for Flame Charge. I don't really care because if he outspeeds my Vaporeon, he already outspeeds my Vaporeon. So I don't really care if he goes for Flame Charge. I'm fine with that. So here I do go for the HP ground in case he didn't want to switch. Because he doesn't know what I'm gonna hit him with. Vaporeon normally doesn't have anything, but HP ground does so much damage, man. You guys know how bulky Volcanion is, and it does so much damage. Here I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam. As you saw, he missed the first Toxic, and then he misses another Toxic. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's actually really messed up Pokemon. But I thought he was gonna switch into either his Tapu Bulu or her Salamence. That's why I went for the Ice Beam because it hits both of those, and this time I just want to play it safe because I do have switches to Bulu and Salamence, so I'll just go for the HP ground. And then I believe here I go for a Witch because I didn't think he was going to keep his Volcanion in. He could either bring anything else in and just sack his Volcanion later if he wants to, so I decided not to go for the HP ground. I just go for the Witch because I can go into my Mew now, and if he clicks Return or High Jump Kick, I'm gonna get all that health back and I don't have to Roost, so I can just click an attack and move. But as you see, he's actually gonna go for a Substitute, which I actually did expect. I was expecting a Substitute Mega Lopunny just so he could scout what I'm gonna do, but that also helps me because he is actually losing 20% health without me even touching him. He goes for Return. It does a good chunk, but Mew is a freaking beast. We have Rocket Helmet, so now his Lopunny is actually really weak, and Mew is still at an amazing amount of health. He can't kill us at all, so I'm just gonna Roost up here because I want to keep my Mew at a decently good health because Mew is important to handle that Lopunny and the Metagross. So I'm gonna click Roost, and here I am gonna go back into Tangrowth. It's pretty obvious, but that's what I'm gonna do. Tangrowth is my main check to this thing. I do not want to play around and lose Mew or anything like that, so I'm gonna switch into top tier boy, the Tangrowth, and he goes for Nature's Madness, which I did expect. But with grassy terrain and leftovers, I'm still at a good amount of health, and with regenerator, and here I go for Sludge Bomb. I'm thinking he thinks I'm gonna go for Leech Seed because I did it last time. I had a feeling he was gonna stay in predicting me, so I wanted to predict him, and I go for the Sludge Bomb. That crit did not matter because Sludge Bomb just completely destroys this thing. Tangrowth is actually pretty strong in the special side, so Tapu Bulu was pretty much gone. He was not going to live that crit or not. So Tangrowth gets a kill already. So we are up 6-5, which is awesome. And here comes in the monster Gengar, who is extremely scary to my team. I'm going to go into a Vaporeon to scout to see what type of Gengar this is. He goes for the Shadow Ball, and it does 24%. So he's obviously not Life Orb. He's obviously not Choice Spec. So I'm expecting him to be a Choice Scarf Gengar, which is pretty much what I thought he would be. That Choice Scarf damage right there, and he switches out, which kind of tells me that he is Choice Scarf. So here I do believe I go for the HP ground. I think, oh no, I just go for the Wish. Yeah, I just go for the Wish, and now I go for the HP ground because Volcanion can't heal up or anything like that, and I can kill off this Volcanion, and I think he goes for Toxic. Oh no, he just goes for the Fire Blast. I'm stuttering my words, but I go for HP ground, and Vaporeon picks up a kill. So now we are up 6-4, which is pretty nice. Vaporeon and Tangrowth, my defensive walls, picking up a kill each so far, which is pretty funny because, you know, they're here to just eat hits. But Vaporeon and Tangrowth both hit really hard, which is pretty awesome. They both have special attacks of base 110, which is pretty strong. So in comes Lopunny. Once again, Mew is just my switch in. I don't care what he does, and he goes for High Jump Kick, and that does laughable damage, and now he's losing health. And I believe here, I make the play, thinking he's going to go into Meta Growth, and I go for the Shadow Ball just to get some chip damage onto this Meta Growth. And we do read that right, because he does switch into Meta Growth. It does 38%, which is pretty nice. I could tell that it's a HP invested Meta Growth, and that does a good amount of damage, so I was pretty happy about that. I was happy I went for the Shadow Ball to get some chip damage onto this Meta Growth. He goes for Toxic. I don't know why, because I was not going to stay in with my Mew, because Tangro's main job is to handle Tapu Bulu, and that job is pretty much done. So he goes for the Rocks, and I go for the Leech Seed, and I actually hit it this time. And I believe here, I had a feeling he was going to switch, but either way, Knockoff is the safest play for me, because it hits Metagross and it hits whatever wants to come in besides Lopunny, and I don't care if Lopunny comes in, but he brings in Gengar, which is a crazy switch. I don't know why he brought in Gengar, so I go for the knockoff. I knock off his Black Sludge, so he wasn't Scarf. I thought he was going to be Scarf, but it's actually Black Sludge Gengar. And now he's at 10%, so Gengar is pretty much useless. Well, the biggest threat to my team is pretty much useless, and that's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm happy about that. So I bring my Vaporeon. Like I said last time, Vaporeon just completely was this thing. Vaporeon's pretty much done its job too. It handles Volcanion and it handled Gengar. Gengar's almost dead, so I'm just gonna click Ice Beam, I do believe here. Yeah, as he goes for Taunt, I didn't want to click Wish because, like I said, Vaporeon job is already done. I don't need to keep it healthy, and I go for the Ice Beam. I get the crit once again, does not matter because it was gonna die regardless. So 2 useless crits that don't matter, and now we are 6-3 up, and we are looking like in a good position right now, so that's pretty nice. He goes into the Salamence, this scary monster right here. I should have just went for Ice Beam, but I decided to switch out because Klefki, like I said, it's just a good switch for the Salamence, and he goes for the Earthquake, so that was a good play on his part. I had a feeling he was going to click Earthquake, but I decided to go on Klefki anyways. Next, I do believe I go for the Magnet Rise, or I go for the T-Wave. Yeah, I go for the T-Wave because I had a feeling he wasn't going to be Lumberry. So I think T-Wave was a pretty safe bet to go for. And he goes for the Dragon Dance. And next, I do go for the Magnet Rise as he actually goes for the EQ. So I'm happy I went for the Magnet Rise that turn. I was going to play it safe. I did not want to go for Spikes and then him kill off my freaking Klefki, but right now Salamence is not looking that scary because it is T-Wave, it is +1, which is scary, but so I thought he was going to switch on to Metagross here. I don't know why he stayed in with his Salamence. I think that's a weird play, but he goes for another Dragon Dance, and now Salamence is at neutral speed, which is fine because I'm going to go for Dazzling Gleam this time, and he actually gets paralyzed, so that is pretty wild. I get a para, which is whatever, I guess. So I'm expecting him to go for Z-Move Fly, which depending on his spread will take out my Klefki, and he actually gets parried again. So that really sucks. I kill off his Salamence, Klefki gets a kill, and then Razor just actually forfeits right here, which is kind of, I don't know. I talked to him afterwards. I told him sorry about the hacks. He said he didn't care about the hacks. He just didn't play well. And I don't know. I think I played pretty well. I think my team just completely walled his team. So we do get the 6-0 win because the only 2 months he had left was Lopunny and Metagross, and then Mew just walled both of them. Mew's a good enough health where I could just come in, take a hit, and then just keep roosting and just getting helmet chip. So there was no way he could have really took down even one more Mon on my team. I could have brought in Mew, and Mew, like I said, just ate pretty much everything he wanted to hit me with. I was at like 80% or 70% I think with Mew. So the last 2 kills did go to Mew. I talked to the commissioner. He said it's fine because he did forfeit, and you know, you shouldn't really forfeit. I think you should play out the match regardless, even if you don't think you played well, even if you know you're about to lose. I think you should play out the match regardless, but it doesn't really matter. We do win 6-0 week 1, which is pretty awesome. This is my first 6-0 in Gen 7, so I'm pretty happy about that. My team played really well. Mew, Tangrowth, Vaporeon just putting in the massive amount of work. Klefki also put in a lot of work for that scary Salamence, and I'm just pretty happy about this win. Obviously, Diggersby didn't even get to touch the field. Jolteon did touch the field, but it didn't click any moves, so that's why I didn't want to really give away anything with Jolteon. And also, I was gonna say, if Salamence did click Z-Fly there and he didn't get paralyzed first turn, or even second turn, and he killed off my Klefki, it's fine because he's at neutral speed, and I still had my Jolteon who has HP. Do I have HP? I don't think I actually have HP. No, I had Diggersby. There we go. It was Diggersby. I had a Choice Scarf Diggersby, that outsped that Salamence since it was at neutral speed, and I had Ice Punch, and Ice Punch completely destroys Salamence even at -1. Let's say I was intimidated, you know. Salamence still dies from a +1. I mean, it just dies from Diggersby. Diggersby was Scarf, so I didn't really have to worry about Salamence too much because it was at neutral speed and things like that. So I didn't have to worry if he didn't get paralyzed, at least the second time if he didn't get paralyzed. So, or even the first, because like I said, Diggersby Ice Punch just completely destroyed Salamence, and I knew he's actually Z-move. He told me afterwards he was Z-move, so obviously he wasn't Yachi Berry or anything like that. So that's pretty nice, So, like I said, we get the 6-0. I'm pretty hyped about that. My first 6-0. We get 3 points. So the way the league works is that if you win 3-0 or more, you get 3 points. If you win below 3-0, you get 2 points, and your opponent gets 1 point because they lessen the differential. So that's a pretty cool system. I like that. It's actually pretty awesome, and we're all on like one league table, just like, I don't know, like in like Premier League you would do anything like that. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that system. It's different, and it's actually pretty awesome. So we start off well, our team putting in some massive amount of work. Next week we do go up against the Baltimore Bewears and their coach, his name's Blake, Moxie Infernape. There we go, Moxie Infernape, and that's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully we can get another W and keep this streak going, because like I said, this is a very competitive league. We want to get as much wins as we can, because it's gonna be hard to constantly win every single week because we're going up against very good battlers. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. This is a very good start to our season. Let me know any questions you guys have in the comment section, and just keep supporting, keep pushing your boy to win every single week. So thank you guys like always, and have a beautiful day, fam.